practicing as we practice and knowing what we know, let us take a pausing breath for myself and for everyone within the sound of my voice. We breathe in and receive all of the gift of life. And as we exhale, we release everything to drop in to spirit in a brand new unfolding moment, in which it is my privilege and my pleasure to say, Happy Hat Day, beautiful people. And this might be rather curious to those of you who are here or witnessing, because there are relatively few hats present this morning, including myself. I've been advised that I would be better off today not to wear a hat. So I'm following my instructions, and I am Reverend Vicki Jeter, your minister for Louisville Center for Spiritual Living. We thank you for being with us on this July the 12th, 2026. Now, Vernon suggested to me that this particular visual for our welcome could be discombobulating to some people. This is a kaleidoscope, and I chose this particular image for welcoming this morning because increasingly the image of a kaleidoscope, the symbology and the way that a kaleidoscope works is really speaking through the creative process and how all the pieces of ourselves and our lives and the world come together and come apart and come together again, and yet nothing is ever lost. So as you take this in, just imagine that the pieces of your life and the pieces of yourself are rolling around in there and coming together with all the other pieces. Because we welcome your challenges and your questions. All paces and paths of spirit, all areas of life, and all parts of ourselves are essential to a world that works for all. So whether you're here with us for the first time, if you're with us from the very beginning, or if you happen to be watching us on YouTube, we thank you for being with us because you are why we're here. And anyone who has been with us for a while will know that Hat Day signifies that Reverend Carolyn is our speaker, and she is our hat queen. And picking up on the theme for July, whole no matter what, her topic today is going to be Who I Am Reflects How I Am. And I myself am like sitting on the edge waiting to see what she's going to do with that. And in preparation for our Sunday, I always spend some time looking at little nuggets here and there that signify something special about a Sunday. And this week, I actually didn't find anything particular about today, but I did find a rare quote. And I was so excited to see this because I have not seen anything from this person in like decades. And she's a very significant person for Centers for Spiritual Living. At one time, she was the spiritual leader of the whole organization. Her name is Reverend Dr. Peggy Bassett. And I found a quote from her that says, how preciously each and every one of us are to the whole of creation, which is exactly what we're talking about really grokking how significant each one of us is, even when we don't feel that way. And her quote says, you may be the only book of wisdom and truth that someone will ever read. And that's not necessarily be taken literal, but if you stop to realize that you don't know what piece of the truth or authenticity that you express that may be the only time someone feels seen or heard or really connected to at a heart level. You may be the only book of wisdom and truth that someone else may ever read. And with that, I invite us into opening prayer. Take a breath, checking in with what brought you to be with us today. And from that individual and cumulative place of touching in to the secret place of the Most High, I recognize one omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent source of all creation that is our Mother, Father, God by any name, expressed and emerging as all of existence. There is no other. And as it is the all that is all, it is all I am. As it is the all that is all, it is the I am of each person within the sound of my voice, according to their understanding and each person's individual signature. And from this alignment in mind, heart, and soul, I open this opportunity knowing that individually and collectively we are in service to spirit, and in service to spirit we are in service to each other. I know that Rev Carolyn's word is the word of the divine, moving through her at the level of the highest and best to be heard and received by everyone who is seeking and found us today. For this time, for this knowing, and for the evidence of that made manifest in each of our lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. I release it, I let it be, and so it is. And this brings us to our opening song for the day, I Am, by Miss Denise Rosier.
I am made of the light that hung the stars in the night, a perfect thought since time began. I am one with the love that's holding all of us. Its power in my hands. I am called by the voice that speaks of truth and joy.
What a beautiful, beautiful song. She has such a beautiful voice. And now it's time for our announcements. Next week, we'll have Reverend Vicki Jeter speaking on whole, no matter what we believe about wholeness. And we're going to have a workshop on the joy factor. Reverend Vicki, would you like to share some more about this?
You are so intuitive, Tammy. I absolutely would. Somehow, one of the things that we have failed to make sure people know is that the love offering is exactly that. It's not required. It is a suggested love offering, but we would like everyone to know that you're welcome to come and give what you can. And you can do that by going to either our webpage or on the weekly update that comes out. Both of those have a donate button, and all you have to do is click the donate button and put your amount in there. It goes to PayPal, and then put a little note that says it's for Patrick Harbula. Sometimes people will go there and it doesn't give you the space to say what you're donating, what it's for, and just never mind that. Do it anyway. We'll figure it out, and you can let anyone, myself or a board member or practitioner, know, and we will make sure that that gets adequately noted to go toward the workshop. This is going to be very exciting. And the other thing that I haven't been saying lately, this day, he's going to speak on Sunday. This talks about the workshop after, but he's also our speaker for that day. And so this would be an excellent opportunity if you wanted to bring friends or family just to see something a little different. He is truly just really something else. And so if you have any questions or you want to invite people and you want to know how to get them the link, just let me know.
It's really, I also really invite you to come. I attended the class on his book, and it was very wonderful. And we're going to have a movie night together Friday, July 31st, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you've seen this like I have, oh my gosh, it's going to be such a pleasure to see it again. If you haven't seen it, it's just amazing. Star Trek: The Voyage Home. It's just beautiful about the planet and whales. And of course, it's sci-fi. You know, if you're not a big sci-fi fan, though, like Harry and I are, it's still, I think you'll really enjoy it because it's about the communion of different people and the planet and the sea creatures and animals. Please save the date for homecoming in-person gathering. If you live nearby locally, hope you can come, of course. And those of us who are far and wide and other places, other cities and states, hope you can come. It's going to be Labor Day weekend, Saturday, September 5th, and Sunday, September 6th. You can call Joan or Vicki for questions. Friday and Monday are going to be travel days for people, so not going to have events those days, but we will have, like on Saturday, the men's group, the women's group, Sunday, a gathering in the afternoon, evening for a meal together. And Harry and I'll be there, so we hope to see you and get to hug you in person. And I pass to you, Reverend Vicki, for the financial update.
Thank you, Tammy. So just very quickly, of course, we're coming into mid-July, and our standard budget is $2,550 per month. If we hit that every month, absolutely, we make our expenses. It very rarely happens that we have expenses right now that go over that amount. And right now for July so far, we have received $673.25. Thank you to everyone who has contributed to that incoming amount. And so that leaves us a balance through to the end of the 31st of July. We need $1,876.75 or more. And as we come to the or more, of course, the number in savings will be coming up. And as the number in savings comes up, then that gives us the latitude to branch out and find different ways to express the incredible gifts that this community has. So thank you, everyone. We are establishing this as a norm, and for us to be able to keep this going is just a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Knowing wonderful prosperity for ourselves and our center. Thank you, Reverend Vicki. After the benediction, the closing prayer, please join us for fellowship and time to share after the service. And now, if you'd like, you can say this out loud where you are, or in your mind, in your heart. Our purpose. The purpose of Louisville Center for Spiritual Living is to be a vital hub of a beloved community. We learn and practice care and creativity for the gift of life as vessels of oneness, a synergy of spirit, soul, mind, and body for all beings. And our mission and vision. Our mission to teach personal transformation as a virtual community, living the principles of science of mind and celebrating all paths to God. Our vision is a world that honors and respects all people. And our application of what we believe is, what would my life be like if I was authentically myself in every relationship? I'm honored to be your prayer practitioner for the week and to read a sacred reading today, the meditation. The reading is by Brian Plochta. Why do we nag and criticize ourselves? Perfectionism is one reason. We expect ourselves to be perfect, and when we aren't, we can shame ourselves. We can dig trenches of negativity that tell us we're bad, flawed, broken. Driving ourselves to achieve and to become better is a good thing. It allows us to set and reach goals, to pursue our dreams, and to make the world a better place. But that drive can't become imbalanced when it over-tilts into egotistical, shameful, or never good enough attitudes. What if, when we catch ourselves launching a negativity attack against our own self-images, we stop and instead name one good character trait we possess, one quality we like about ourselves, reminding ourselves we are good, we are teachable, and lovable. It might be a simple practice to start or continue that will help turn off the negativity switch in our heads. By adopting the practice of affirming and accepting ourselves, we purposely lower the unattainable bar of perfectionism. I'm glad I can't say perfectionism perfectly. We allow ourselves to be perfectly human. Perfectly human means we will make mistakes. And when we do, we'll admit them and learn from them. It means loving ourselves unconditionally. When we make peace with our internal wars and accept all parts of ourselves without judgment, we create more space for God to love us, for our higher power, our divine source as we see God, and to love ourselves more, and then for us to become multipliers of unconditional love for others. Stop the inner war. Instead, Pick up the plowshare of self-acceptance. Affirm our humble goodness and allow ourselves to be perfectly human. And now for the meditation, if you'd like to just take a nice few deep breaths, just contemplating that reading. As we go into meditation, I'm going to read a few statements. A few of them are from the reading, and then a few of them are from Seed Thoughts for Loving Yourself, Cultivating the Garden of Your Mind, Daily Readings by Suzanne Harrill. As I read each one, I invite you just to notice how it feels within you as you take in the words and the meaning for you for the words. How is it for you physically? Notice yourself, your body, physically, mindfully, emotionally, and soulfully. What would my life be like if I was more authentically myself in every relationship? I allow myself to continue to develop my special abilities and talents and enjoy expressing them in the world. I use my gentle strength when I respond to others. I honestly evaluate myself and celebrate my progress. I choose to love myself unconditionally. I choose to love myself physically, my body. I choose to love my brain, my mindfulness, myself cognitively and mindfully. I choose to love myself, my heart, my emotional parts. I choose to love myself soulfully. I choose inner peace. I choose inner peace. And as you experience these words floating through your mind, your heart, your body, just notice how that feels. And which of these words and which of these feelings you'd like to just continue experiencing today and choosing to every day. Let's take a nice deep breath in and out. And a few more as you slowly and easily open your eyes if you closed them when you're ready. Just feeling refreshed and feeling whole. Thank you for joining me today in this meditation. And so it is. Please join us for this and enjoy the special music by Dolly Parton and Company called Light of a Clear Blue Morning.
You know, we're living in troubled and uncertain times.
Yeah, we sure are.
But we can't let the darkness win.
It's time to wake up.
Yes, 'cause I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Can you? It's been a long, dark night, and I've been waiting for the morning.
It's been a long, hard fight, but I see a brand new day dawning. I've been looking for the sunshine. You know I ain't seen it in so long, but everything's gonna work out just fine, and everything's gonna be alright. It's been all wrong. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. It's been a long, long time since I've known the taste of freedom and those clinging vines that have me bound. Well, I don't need none. No, I've been like a captured eagle. You know, an eagle's born to fly. See the light of a clear blue morning.
just love that song. It makes me happy every time I hear it. And Vicki played it for me, and I really appreciate that. I love all the voices. I love all the people coming together and singing such a wonderful, uplifting song. So thank you, Vicki. I really appreciate that. So this week is Who I Am reflects how I am. Who I am reflects how I am. The inner reflects the outer. It comes from inside and then it's expressed outward. And so that kind of thought is what we want to talk about today. I have a slide. Vernon will go ahead first slide. I was looking for an image because I know that when I share a talk, if I can give you an image that meets your mind, that awakens something within you, that sticks with you, that I've been successful in giving a talk because I've given you something that benefits you. So I was looking for an image and I came across this one and it fascinates me. I'm not sure exactly why, but it shows on the right side all the stuff that's in our subconscious, all that stuff that's been building up for all of our lives. And on the left side, it shows our image to the world, what we show forth. And when I was looking at the image on the right, I looked at different things, what we've learned, where we've been, what we've done, and all that. And I was fascinated by the rainbow. What does the rainbow represent? And for me, I think it represents the divinity, the spirit, that part of us that's always there. It's foundational to us. It's what made us in the first place and what expresses us in life every day. And it glows as it shares in our life, as it is expressed, and it blesses every part of our lives. Thank you, Vernon. So that idea that spirit is always expressing, it cannot be denied, it cannot be eliminated, it cannot be limited in any way, but it can be ignored. And many of us do ignore it, or we're not even aware of it. I spent a lot of my life not realizing that I am divine. I am divine. I have divinity within me. It's not something I can create. It's not something that I ask for. It's not something that that I create, have anything to do with. It just simply is what I am. And so knowing that, it helps me, it guides me in my life to live more fully, to know more and express more and be more as I let the spirit move through me. The title again is Who I Am reflects how I am. The affirmation is I honor the humanity and divinity in everyone I meet. I honor the humanity and the divinity in everyone I meet. And I start with myself. I honor my humanity. It's the vessel that takes me through this life. It is my experience in this life. And I honor my divinity, the spirit that is life. It is everything that I am, whether I realize it or not. So knowing that moves us forward. I sometimes, and this was beautifully expressed by what do you call it? The meditation and the reading that we received. We get trapped in expecting perfection from ourselves. It leads to negativity about ourselves and intolerance of others. Perfectionism is something that we all have. We expect ourselves to always be online, ready, making the right decisions, doing the right things, and living life fully. And when we don't, we have a tendency to judge ourselves and really put ourselves down. That perfectionism not only limits who we are and our authenticity, it limits how we respond to others, how we are able to connect with others. Knowing that perfectionism, knowing that it takes us to a place of darkness and limitation, helps us to deal with it. My example is the latest time in my life when I kind of lost control, when I just got into the kind of attitude. On July the 4th, July the 3rd, we had a little bit of an effort, but on July the 4th, our septic tank caused us to have a real problem. I didn't know anything about a septic tank. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to call. It's July the 4th, and it's late afternoon, and I call Tracy because my daughter always has an answer. Whenever I'm in trouble, I call Tracy. And so she gave me the number of a septic company that she had used before. It's a holiday. It's late afternoon, early evening. And I call this number and Sam answers. Sam was wonderful. He asked me questions. He told me what to do. He gave me the ability to fix it enough to last us through the weekend. And then on Monday morning, he would send Mike to help us. And that's exactly what he did. So we did what he told us to do. Monday morning, Mike shows up, has a huge truck, and takes care of everything and gives us that perfect system again. In that process, on Saturday afternoon, I am beating myself up. It's all my fault. I used the wrong septic company to build it. I've done something wrong to it. I've mistreated it. It's all my fault. Tracy, as I'm expressing all this, says to me, Mom, you don't really know how big a problem it is. You haven't gotten through it yet. You've got things to do, and you're overreacting, basically. So that pulled me up short, and I thought, she's right. I am going into this, it's all my fault. I did it. I'm wrong. When I don't know what is even happening. I've done that so many times in my life. It's part of expecting so much of myself. And I get the opportunity to say, stop. The next slide, Vernon. A powerful tool, and actually this was in the reading this morning, and I really am fine with that because it gives us an opportunity to reinforce it. When we see ourselves launching a negative attack against our self-image, we stop and instead name one good character trait we possess, one quality we like about ourselves. We are good. We are teachable. And we are lovable. And that is what I needed to do on Saturday afternoon. Stop and understand. In my life, I try to be a good person. It's something I really try to do. I try to be kind, and I try to be understanding and supportive. I am teachable. If you give me a new idea, a new way of being, I can learn. I can change. I am teachable. And I like to think I'm lovable. And when it comes to that, I look at Bob and know that he loves me. And I am lovable. There are others who love me. And I can love myself. That's my choice. I can beat myself up or I can love myself. And remembering that tool is so important. Okay, I'll take the slide down. When we accept ourselves as we are, we become more acceptable of others and less tied to perfectionism. When we accept ourselves for who we are, all of our lives, people have been telling us who we are. They've been telling us what we think. They've been telling us what we should feel. They've been telling us how we should be in the world. And our great journey is to learn to know that that is not true. We are special and unique, and we can express as only we can. And it's to accept that we are unique and that we are expressing in a wonderful, perfect way, no matter what's going on. Let's have the next slide, Bernard. Instead of all the negative, whatever that word is, we can pick up the plowshare of self-acceptance, affirm our humble goodness, and allow ourselves to be perfectly human. This is a necessary step to becoming accepting and loving to others. When we can see the divinity in other people, we can connect and accept and learn and grow and be in those special relationships that feed us and support us. But the first step, or at least the foundational step, is to learn to self-accept, to know that we are just perfect, just the way we are. Thank you, Vernon. In studying and looking and researching things, I ran around across the story of Rebecca Armstrong. Rebecca, I wish this is a story that I had never heard before. I wish that I knew that this had only happened once, but it has happened so many times. And we are finding out in my lifetime, it is coming up to be discussed. She suffered 9 years of sexual abuse, a young child up into her teenage years. Every week, sexual abuse by a member of her family. Something happened, but she didn't tell us what, or I didn't read far enough to find out what, but something clicked for her. And in the 9th year, she said, no more. This is not right. This is not what I need to have in my life. And she started talking. Her family was angry with her. They did not support her. No, she was disrupting life. But she stood her ground, and the man that had been abusing her went to jail. Why don't we support each other? How could we not support a victim? I don't understand that. And I wish that this was the only time I'd ever heard that story, but it's not. How are we going to, at some point, move to such connection that that doesn't happen? We have such a connection to each other, such a precious acceptance of life and love that it just doesn't happen. We don't allow it. It's not part of our lives. It makes me very sad and very upset. But it shows that we have the power and we have the strength to say no more. And she did. And now she is a counselor for those who have suffered sexual abuse. She is a very successful, very strong presence in the lives of others as they struggle to survive what they have been through, to find themselves and become whole and complete, which they've always been, but they haven't always known. What a powerful story. What a powerful inspiration to all of us to know that we have within us the power to say, no more. This is not for me. I don't choose to be this way anymore or to accept this into my life anymore. It is such a wonder and a power to know that we have that within us, and it is always ready to be expressed, the divinity that we are. Everything changes when our emotions are freed, when we can relate to each other in an undefended way and find a path to one another. As we accept ourselves, we accept our feelings, we accept knowing that we are precious and perfect and whole right here and right now. We accept that in others. We build bridges and we build healing. Okay, Vernon, the next slide, the last slide. I found this quote and I thought, this is something that I need to remind myself of every single day. I am not the words spoken to me or about me. I am the words I speak to myself. I am the words I speak to myself. What am I telling myself today? On Saturday afternoon, July the 4th, I was telling myself for a while, you've done it wrong. It's your fault. You're just not good enough. And all of that was just fabricated lies. I am perfect, whole, and complete, and I handle what happens in my life with ease and strength. I know that I can and I will figure out what to do, and I will do it. How many of you know, thank you, Vernon, how many of you know David Alt? David has been around for a long time. He has been, the first time I ever met him was at Camp Allen in California, in one of the conferences that I went to. And this was over 20 years ago. And he was leading the music program. And he was a powerful, energetic young man. He went on to become a minister. He founded a church in Atlanta. It's a very large church. He's no longer the head minister there because he has a foundation that he started, and this is interesting, called Kaleidoscope. When Vicki was showing the kaleidoscope, I thought, oh my gosh, synchronicity. His foundation is for children. And all over the world, he has started schools. He has dug wells. He has offered food. The foundation does all sorts of things in America and in other places. One of the things that he did was he went to Cambodia years ago with a group, and he was leading them through the temples of Cambodia, the special places, the wonder, the spiritual, the supportive part of life in Cambodia. And one day their guide, they asked him some questions, and he talked to them about an area where it was really poor. It's a strange thing. A certain time of year, people come to a lake that is dry during that part of the time of the year. Other times it's a lake. But they come every year, and they are the really poorest of the poor. And they visited it, and everybody in the group was profoundly affected by seeing this. So the thing that they could do, and they did, was they went to the market and they took their money and they bought food. They bought all the food that they could find and bring it together, and all the money that they had. And it went a long way. And they took it back to this area, and the leader of that took it and distributed it. They have been supporting that area since then. He has a strong heart, and I love what he does. And so I keep his emails. Doesn't do that very often, but he sent an email recently And he shared a reading that has been very important to him. And I thought it was really cool. And so I'm going to share it with you. It is by James McCrae. Instructions before visiting Earth. Instructions before visiting Earth. In the event that you wake up and find your soul separated from Source and manifest into material form, don't panic. Your condition is only temporary. You have been selected for the opportunity of human incarnation. The 3D simulation is designed to break up the monotony of eternity by giving you a fully immersive experience as a defined ego identity. Your body will serve as your physical avatar as you navigate a dense and dramatic reality. There will be many distractions, causing you to forget your true nature and origin. You will experience a range of emotions from joy to loneliness to despair. But remember, no matter what trials and traumas you encounter, your soul remains perfectly safe and whole. At times, you may feel lost or afraid. This is totally normal. If you ever need guidance, simply slow down your busy mind and bring your awareness to the quiet place inside yourself. On this planet, nothing is permanent. People and things will come and go. You will fall in love and form sentimental attachments only to lose everything you hold dear. So cling to nothing too tightly, even yourself. And when it's time to let go with grace. For nothing is owned, only borrowed. As you walk among the people on the planet, try to be a good guest. Tread lightly. Remember that you were only visiting. Don't make a mess. Listen more than you talk. Give more than you take. Don't keep your soft heart locked inside a glass cage, protected from wear and tear. You'll never make it out alive, and time passes quickly. So come back with some battle scars and good stories to tell. I seal this talk with the words, life is good. Life is very good, and we are here to live it. And so in this moment, I speak for each of us that we open ourselves to the love that surrounds us. And we take a deep breath knowing that all is good, all is well, and we are perfect and whole. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Carolyn. I'm going to remember a lot of that for my week and weeks coming up. And I love that. The things to remember before we came here, we know that it's within us. And so thank you for the reminder of those. Now we're ready for our prosperity affirmation and giving time. Your love and support are very appreciated. It keeps our community thriving and growing. We gratefully accept your credit card, your debit card. You can see the copy in the chat, pay for PayPal or Zelle online, or you can mail your check to Louisville Center for Spiritual Living, P.O. Box 43958, Louisville, Kentucky 40253. Now let's say this all together if you so choose to say it out loud wherever you are. Our July Prosperity Clarity. As my consciousness rises in spirit, I realize that the good of God blesses every area of my life now.
And as the word has been spoken, the word filters in through our little magnifying basket, just like the fish and the loaves. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God, for the gift of life. Thank you for the stories. Thank you for the community of this day. Thank you for the blessings of everything we've heard that are received by the law and acted upon, and thus reflecting that who we are is how we are. Blessings be for ourselves and for the world. We release it, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Vicki. And let's all say together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We are magnificent. And please enjoy our closing song, Look for the Good by Jason Mraz.
Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. People done gone crazy. People done gone mad. People done forgot the superpowers we all have. We were born to love, not hate. We can decide our fate and look for the good in everyone and celebrate all our mistakes if there's a silver lining. You still have to find it, find it, find it. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone needs sunshine. Everyone needs rain. Everyone is carrying around some kind of pain. I see who you are. You're just like me. I see you're searching for a purpose, guided by a dream. I see who you are. I'm just like you. I get lost sometimes and I forget what I came here to do. I keep on trying. When it gets frightening, look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone is nature, everyone is God, everyone is love and light and vibration. Look for the good, look for the good. Everyone gets mad sometimes, and maybe they should. Look for the good, look for the good. Yeah, look out for all the heroes in your neighborhood. Look for the good, look for the good. Life sure would be sweeter if everybody would. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Look for the good in everything. Look for the good. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good. Look for the good. Look for the good in everyone.
On that note, it is such joy to invite you to say with me our benediction. Divine Spirit, Mother, Father, God, eternal wholeness and freedom is your gift and the birthright of all beings. Guide us in the truth that the way of freedom lies through the intelligent use of nature's laws. The law of mind is a natural law in the spiritual world, available to all here now. Amen.